Good evening, everyone. We're going to start in 2 minutes. This is the Facebook Live broadcast from my page. Today, I'm going to demonstrate to you how easy it is to have the most delicious gourmet supper through Daily Dietitian if you live in Cape Town. And I've got the CEO, Executive President of Daily Dietitian here, Gary. Gary, how's it going?
How's it, Jonno? Thanks for having us.
Cool, man. We're going to get cracking in like 1 minute. So for those of you who have got the box at home, get yourselves together. Gary, have you got a second to just tell us a little bit about what Daily Dietitian does?
So we are a dietary-specific meal solution company. We prepare specific meals for various different people, from obviously the average person like you and me who's just looking for a well-balanced, calorie-specific meal plan, to clients who have specific needs due to different illnesses, chronic diseases, or they're recovering from a specific operation, or they're struggling with eating habits that are obviously then on the back end causing, some dietary issues. Obviously, that's what our main focus was. Now with lockdown, we've had to improvise, try and keep our staff busy and the wheels turning. So we've developed Dinner Club, which I know you've been part of since the beginning. And that is, we're changing it up every week. We're trying to experiment and learn as we go with different styles of cuisine and from different areas of the world. Tonight we've got our crispy duck, as you've said. We've done a few other Asian-based dishes which have really been really popular. We're learning as we go. We're taking feedback from everyone, and we're enjoying it. And it's been a very fun experience, and we hope for it to grow, as who knows when normal will return. But I think it's definitely part of our portfolio that we see staying and keeping on, because we've had really good feedback from it.
Cool, man. So for those of you who don't know how it works. Basically, when you guys release the menu every Friday.
Yeah, so we've already got next week's menu planned, and we'll go live with that tomorrow.
Okay, and it's typically dinner for two, right?
It's dinner for two. We do 2, 4. We're just setting up so that you can do it for however many people you need. So it's starting off at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you name it. We can help out. We're busy taking it online to our websites. It's just taking a bit longer than we had hoped, but you can order through email or Instagram page, Facebook, but hopefully by tomorrow it should be up and running on our website as well.
Cool. Awesome. And so, now I will reveal what's in the box. So I'm going to try and get it on both camera angles, but this was my box, and you said so I'm gluten-free. I don't eat gluten. I'm proud to say I haven't eaten gluten in like a year and 4 months. So even when I cheat semi-clean, which is a big step for me, because I used to go full filth. And so you guys made the gluten-free box for me. And
our big thing is that we cater for all different dietary requirements. So gluten-free, vegetarian, vegan, we try and accommodate everyone. And yes, you've got your gluten-free box. I can see you've taken a few things out already just to get the ball rolling.
Sorry, I interrupted you. What was that?
No problem. You should have had a little recipe card that I know that everyone else would have gotten. That just gives everyone a little explanation on how to cook it at home. But obviously, if you're watching tonight, that doesn't matter, because we're going to walk you through it.
Cool. Well, so let's get cracking. So first step is to obviously preheat the oven, put the duck in there, right?
Correct. So we want to get the duck skin nice and crispy. It gives us nice texture for our pancakes. Also colors, flavor. So we want a beautiful golden brown, nice crispy skin. So I know you did that already, because that does take sort of 10 to 15 minutes depending on how powerful your oven is. So while that's going, you're unpacking your ingredients. I know you got some cabbage. You should have some cucumber.
I've got some pancakes in here.
So we're going to see
it's like unwrapping a Christmas gift. Okay, so we've got some coriander.
Some
spring onions.
Yeah.
Some cucumber, pineapple, and then some delicious sauce, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the most important part of the night.
And then some radishes.
Perfect.
Okay, so what do we do?
Order, Jonno. We just want to prep all of them. So you've got your radishes on the board. You can either thinly slice them, or in chef's terms, you can also julienne them. But I think the easiest is just to thinly slice them.
Okay. So, you know, it's funny. Like the first time I work in any new kitchen, I cut like half my finger off. It's almost like my signature move. So I'm worried. Like I haven't worked in a restaurant kitchen for a while, and I know you're slightly more chefy than me. So I'm getting nervous. I feel like I might cut my finger off.
You look like you're doing a good finger tuck, so you'll be all right.
Can you grate this as well?
You can grate it. It is, you can definitely grate it. I think sometimes with the texture of the radish, it might kind of crumble apart, but if they're nice and fresh and crisp, you definitely can grate it.
Sweet. Okay. So here we go. And so just tell me again while I'm doing this, what are the different Instagram and Facebook handles where people can go and place an order?
So Facebook, it's just if you just search Daily Dietitian, it should pop straight up, and the same on Instagram. Our website is www.dailydietitian.co.za, and for those of you to double check the spelling of dietitian, because most people spell it with a C when it's actually a T. We get a lot of. I've sent an email, but they often haven't double checked the spelling of their email.
No, is that a like hard fact, or is that just like a different region spell it differently kind of thing?
I'm pretty sure it's a hard fact, but it could also be regions spell it. Some regions can spell it a bit differently.
Okay, because our dietitian also, she's quite adamant it's with a T.
Yeah.
But she says that other people do it somewhere else. So I'm just sharpening this knife. So sorry, I've jumped ahead. What's next?
Go for cabbage. We just want to shred it, create a little bit of a flour.
Okay.
You can do it on a grater on a coarser setting. But if you're brave enough with your knife skills, just give it a quick little chop.
I'm definitely not wearing the right clothes for this. I've overdressed. I'm starting to sweat.
I think most people are still in their pajamas from this morning.
Yeah. At least I'm wearing like pants and underpants, which is great. So half the battle won. Okay. Okay, so this will go in a bigger bowl now, because now we're going to make a soup like this.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, and then I mix the radish in there too.
So I know the recipe card says not to, but we need it's really, we're going to put it all in the same pancake. So you can either keep it separate and make your toppings later, or you can mix it into a slaw, because we're going to put it into our pancake once our duck's ready anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the easy one.
Take your initiative.
I'm going to make it my own. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So we also potentially saved ourselves the cleaning of an extra dish. All right. What's next?
So we got some cucumber meats. We need to cut. You can cut into little thin strips. We would say julienne again, but I know some people won't understand. Little matchsticks, exactly.
You know, it's so cool that you guys are doing this, because it's as close as you can get to a restaurant meal without going to a restaurant. And the beauty of it is, like, even though, you know, all the like thinking and everything's been done behind closed doors, it's quite empowering to feel like you've partially created something delicious, you know. I really dig that.
We're trying to find a balance of giving the guest, you know, the client at home, an experience without having to go into too much effort into preparing a quick meal. Yeah, even though people might find that they've got so much time on their hands at the moment, it's also filled with lots of other things to keep you busy. You know, if you've got family and kids, and it's all kind of chaos. So we're trying to create dishes that are unbelievably delicious, but not very intensive to prepare, which is why we take a few steps in the kitchen to make sure we've done as much as we can to make it easier for those at home.
Totally. So, Gary, I know that you are going to explain this, but so for those of you who haven't got it together, I've got this is called a double boiler. Is it a double boiler? Kind of, but it's like a very low, a very little amount, like hardly any water in the bottom of a pot. And I brought it to the boil, and this is going to act as my steamer when I stick the colander over. So if you don't have it's a good time to get it ready.
You can use a colander as you've got. If you don't have a colander, you can use a sieve. Obviously, if you're lucky enough to have a steamer, that's probably the easiest, but they all work equally well. And you just need to make sure you've got a lid just to make our pancakes nice and fluffy.
Okay, like that.
Cool. Right. So I think the only thing left that we need to just deal with is our spring onion.
Okay. And we're going to cut this on an angle here.
Yeah, you can just slice them up on an angle. It'll work perfectly.
Jonno, is the cucumber going in the slaw as well?
Sorry, what's that?
Is the cucumber going in the slaw?
Yeah, so again, you can either mix it all together or we can top it individually once it comes down to putting it all together. And just also want to talk about a few things. What's also pretty amazing, what's come about during lockdown is trying to support as many small businesses as possible. And Absolutely. One of them is our little veg supplier is a farmer out in Philippines who had grown all these products for the hotel and restaurant industry, but obviously we all know what the shutdown's done. Yeah. And we get as much as we possibly can from them. And what's even greater, she says she goes to all her neighboring farmers who farm different things and say, okay, cool guys, what can we supply this week? So we try and also design what we've got by making sure we use them as much as possible, obviously helping the little guy out.
That's really cool. That's super cool. Well, yeah, so you mean like we're supporting your business and supporting like many other businesses that you guys support, so there's like a chain reaction.
Yeah, fingers crossed it will work out well. Jonno, your line, we're going to cut into a few wedges, and we're going to squeeze that over our pancakes right at the end.
Okay, so cut it into like 6. How many pancakes are there?
If you're a portion for 2, you should have 6 pancakes.
Okay, so 6 lime wedges. And then what am I doing with the pineapple cubes and the coriander?
So I think we'll probably keep those back to sprinkle over the top of our pancakes once we've assembled them. You can probably give your flour a toss, and then we can put our pancakes onto steam. And then while they're steaming, we can shred our duck.
Okay, so and then this cucumber, does this go in the slaw? We put this on the side.
We can put that on the side. We can sprinkle it across so it doesn't get lost.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now we're going to put a few pancakes in.
Correct. So these are quite fun. You know, obviously, if depending on the size of your steamer, you might only be able to steam a couple at a time. But again, our idea is that it's an experience that the family gets around the kitchen table, and you can steam a few at a time, and then keep on re-steaming them as you need them. Keep them nice and warm, keep them nice and fluffy.
Yeah. No, that's cool. So obviously I'm going to do like one.
Cool.
And then I'm just going to call the kids in, and we're going to like sit around this table and we'll do it together.
Perfect.
After the camera's off. Okay, so like you said, I put the duck in probably 15 minutes ago actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be ready. Okay, and this was coated in nice sesame seeds. It's got some good color, nicely caramelized, and the handle of this is about to burn my hand off.
We made like a really nice miso paste that we dressed it with, and then sprinkle the sesame seeds on just to try and maximize the flavor.
Oh, it's nice. Okay, so there we can already see it's falling off the bone. Good, well done, man. Well done. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna pull it off. So this is duck confit, eh?
Correct. So we made a little Asian cure. So we mixed a whole lot of spices and stuff together with some salt, and we let that cure overnight, and then we confit it for about 5 hours in a really low oven, just to get it really nice and tender. As you can see, it just falls off. Should just fall off the bone.
Yeah, man, that's so great. We used to make our confit in the plate warmer in my restaurant days, which is the best.
Low and slow.
Low and slow, eh? Okay, yeah, you can see this is just incredible. Sure, it's like now I'm excited. I am excited. Okay, so bones out. There's one more in here. Again, then do I chop this up or just kind of like pull it? It'll just fall apart anyway.
Yeah, I mean, either or. It should literally just fall apart.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, this is going to be so delicious. I'm going to put it back in that pan so it stays a little bit warm. And now okay, so what do we do?
So, you could, again, 2 options. You can either use your sauce and coat your duck now, or for those who don't, I know some people tend to not like a sweet, delicious sauce. I don't know why, but they do. You can either toss your duck in the sauce, or if you want to reserve the sauce for a bit, we'll build up our pancake, and then we'll top it with a bit of the delicious plum sauce, as well as some pineapple and the slaw and the coriander. Squeeze a bit of lime over it. And
so I'm going to share something with you. I'm the guy who mixes the bolognese with the pasta. I'm the guy who mixes the sauce with the duck, because I believe in fairness. And the problem with having the sauce separate is that sometimes someone gets screwed out of the,
Yeah, I think that's first in the queue.
Yeah. So this way, it's fair and consistent. Okay. So that is going to be proper. Put that back. Now I'm going to flip my board, put these wedges in something.
Bowl in front. There you go.
Okay, and should we do this on a plate? No, I'm just going to flip it. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. It's, as you say, one less thing to clean.
One less thing to clean. So this is probably over steamed. But anyway, here we go. Okay, the tongs is going to be flipping hot. Oh, that is good. Okay. I don't want you to give away your trade secrets, but I don't know how you got a thin, beautifully soft, gluten-free pancake like that, because that is proper. That is skill. Don't tell Woolworths. Okay, and now I'm going to toss the slaw. Right?
Toss, perfect.
Okay, so duck and then slaw, and then duck.
I would go slaw, then duck, but you are each to their own.
Okay. Slaw, and then 1/6 of the duck. So that's like 17.5% of the duck, 18%. Okay, just a touch more.
And top it with a little coriander and some pineapple.
Little pineapple.
Pineapples are incredibly hard to come by at the moment, actually, funny enough.
I'm sure. Okay, so then, some curry.
It's all those people at home who've run out of their...
they're all making pineapple beer.
They're trying.
That's hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Okay, pineapple beer and squeeze of lime.
That's it.
Okay.
And roll it up and enjoy.
Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yes, man.
Good.
Oh, man, that's delicious. Okay. That is awesome.
Quick and simple for this week's dinner time.
That's super cool. So how long did that take me? Talking crap the whole time.
Yeah.
It took me 20 minutes. And basically going to have like a restaurant quality Asian supper tonight. and it's one that we can share on the table. So it's properly great. Let me change the camera angle. I'm back. Cool. Is there anything else you want to say, Gary? Last shout outs to where people can order.
So yeah, I mean, on our website, we'll launch tomorrow. We'll send out an email there if you're on our mailing list. It'll go live on Instagram tomorrow morning. We'll punt it on there and on Facebook. And fingers crossed, our website should be up and running. But if it's not, we can order through email or through WhatsApp.
And then get dailydietitian.co.za.
Correct.
That's awesome, man. Thanks so much, Gary. You legend. Thanks for supper. Okay.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next Thursday, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let me find how to close this thing down. Oh, there we go. End.